Okay, so this time we are going to try and draw these graphs using the graphics calculator. So I'm going to start by going into graph mode. No, wrong one. I'm going to start by going into graph mode. Helps if you go into the right one. And I'm going to type in my first equation, which is y equals 3x minus 2. So y equals 3. I use the button for x minus 2, and that's entered. So that was easy. The next one, y equals 2. That also is equal because I can just go 2 and I'm done. But my problem comes with the next two graphs. Okay, so for me to get an x equals, I have to go to type, which is on F3, and it gives me the option of y equals, r equals parametric, or x equals a number. So I can go to that one, x equals, and now notice how it's got an x on the left hand side. So I can say x equals 1. That's now done. I'm done with those three, so that's nice and easy. I'm going to go back to y. Notice how now it says y in there. I had the equation. Oops, that didn't do quite what I wanted, but that will work. Of 3x plus 2y equals 12. I need to rearrange this, so I need to put the 3x to the other side of the equation because it's on the wrong side. I need it to be a y equals. So I am in effect changing the subject to the formula. So I'm going to take away 3x off each side. So I've still got the 2y. Those have cancelled. I've still got the 12. But when I've taken away 3x, now I've got the 3x on this side. Okay? Now I need to divide by 2. Now, there's two ways I could do this. I could go divide by 2, divide by 2, so those cancel, and I could write here 12 minus 3x in brackets divided by 2. Or I could remember that 12 divided by 2 is 6, so y equals 6 minus 3 divided by 2, that doesn't go, so I could leave it as a fraction, which is 3 over 2 x, or I could remember my fraction stuff. 3 divided by 2 as a decimal is 1.5, so I could write it as y equals 6 minus 1.5x. Really doesn't matter which method you use to type this in, but I'm going to use probably this one because it's nice and easy. I'm going to open a bracket. I'm going to go 12 minus 3 lots of x, close bracket, divided by 2, enter. And now when I go to draw this graph, just before I do, I'm going to go to my V window and I'm going to tell it I want to have the standard numbers just because it gives me a little bit better screen, and there's my graph. Of course, I could change that now and say, clearly I don't need to go into my negatives, and I don't need to go into my negatives. When I exit that, I can draw that graph, and there's my graph. Now you have got the option on the graphics calculator. I can use the intersect, and it will let me choose which two lines I want to find the intersect of. And it will find me the points of intersection. Or I could use trace and allow me to go along those lines, so you can zoom in on different points and move along those lines. That all works as well. Okay, so that's the second of our graphs. That's using your graphics calculator. Remember, your graphics calculator always has menu, the table function, which allows you to get tables of values for your equations. My emulator doesn't quite like swapping between the two, so I have to retype in the equations, but yours should work straight away. Okay, until next time.